The science of the brilliant light is being learned through Vedas. The scriptures give us many sources from where we have come and where we need to merge. In that process, we try to learn some Veda mantras which has some meaning in it and some effect in it. The sentence has a meaning, the mantra has its own effect. So when we want to chant some mantra, there is definitely a cosmic energy which flows outside and also inside. So the brilliant light within us is being perceived in the process of knowing the Vedas or the scriptures. Now the brilliant light within us is being known through the Veda mantra. Why? Because the seekers or the seers who didn't see it, they are showing us. The seekers are nothing but masters who saw it and they are making us to see. That was the sadhana they were doing. That was the practice. So this brilliant light is everywhere, which is called hidden circumference. It is called hidden circumference. So when we go out and look into the sky, we see a horizon. We see a horizon which only the eye can capture. But the other thing, it is there within us, but we are unable to see it. How to perceive and see is called the yoga sadhana, the yogic practice. This practice is nothing but every time being speaking by the master saying that yoga is not a practice, it is an attitude. So when we start some kind of practice, some yogic practice, reading to a good book, chanting some mantra, staying with a person who is doing the sadhana, or reading to some kind of secret doctrine, these books and these writings help us to know our circumference where we can merge into that point. If you don't understand, please make me know. The point is what we are telling, the consciousness. The circumference is nothing but the creativity or creation where we are, where the creative intelligence is working. Conscious and creative intelligence is keeping on working within us. So from the circumference, we want to see something. We are every time seeing, but we are not knowing that we are the point. The horizon is being seen just by the eye, but it captures only to some extent. It is not completed. It is not a complete thing, right? To complete that, we need to make our creative intelligence better. That is what is the yogic practice means. Now, when the point is making some meaning in us and we are seeing to the point where every point has its own circumference, you need to build more and more and more of creative intelligence. When more of creative intelligence is perceived within us, we know that we are the point. Are you able to follow me? Am I confusing you? Some confusion?
A little.
A little? Yeah. That's nice. You have to be open like that. Otherwise, I cannot make you know anything, right? You know the center? I'll change the terminology. There is center everywhere, no circumference. There is center everywhere, no circumference. The brilliant light is all the way pervading, but we are only seeing the light. What we want is outside. We need to know that that light is within us. It is been expanded to that creativity or creation. The creation is just expanded from that point, from that brilliant light. So when there is a tension in it, there was a pull. It is very much scientific. What I'm telling is very much scientific. The point is being pulled and we get the circumference, which is called the creation. From where did you get that circumference? Got it from the center. So the center is nothing but the consciousness. Prajna. In Sanskrit, it is called the prajna, the creative intelligence. This creative intelligence have to grow in us by reading some kind of scripture or which is giving us very nice knowledge. The wisdom just cannot be taken. It have to have a knowledge first. The first stage is knowledge, then wisdom. And knowing the knowledge have to be put in practice. When I speak to you, I should not speak with your name. I should speak with the conscious. Am I practicing that? Should be every time perceived. When we speak to somebody, we always speak to a person who is in the name. I say, don't speak the person as a name, speak as a light. That is what is the yogic practice means. That makes a lot of difference in the life. You bring life to your life. If you are able to do that practice, you bring life to that life. So any condition in your life, any difference in the opinion makes so clear and happy. So the life is joyful. You make the life joyful because you see center everywhere, no circumference. You see the brilliant light in every individual, even in the material. Because we all believe that the material is also the God, consciousness. The only thing is we cannot make it, but you can feel the energy. Why? Because I can tell you an example. If I give this thing holding for some time with some kind of mantra chant and I give you, it has some energy. So do you say this doesn't have the consciousness? It has the consciousness, but it is sleeping in that mode. The consciousness is sleeping in that mode. It is dreaming in the form of plant kingdom and animal kingdom. It is very conscious in the human kingdom. That's the reason we are always attracted to that center. We are always drawn into that center. The circumference is always seeing to that center, and center is always looking to the circumference. When it wants to perceive and see the bright light, the brilliant light, it is always asking us to move towards that. Why did you come to the satsang otherwise? There is no doubt. You want to move to the consciousness. That is the reason you are sitting here, to listen some kind of knowledge. The words are from the face. The words are from the face to face. I cannot sit and tell these things to the wall, right? I only have to tell to some other face, so that something can be learned by both. Teaching is better than learning. Do you believe? Teaching is always to keep us learn. So we always keep learning when we teach. So to whom do we teach? We always teach to some face, which is called Goddess Saraswati. The Goddess Saraswati, which are highly evolved beings called Devatas. So the material kingdom little evolves and comes into the plant kingdom, and little more evolvement to the animal kingdom, little more evolvement comes to human kingdom, little more evolvement comes to Deva kingdom. They higher than our knowledge, our wisdom. They are higher in our all works in the daily life. If you want to lift your hand, you are not lifting the hand. There is an intelligence called a Devata who is allowing you to lift the hand. Like that, there are so many Devatas within the body. That is the reason we are able to see through the eyes, listen to the ears, speak to, from your tongue, do some work with your hand. All these are happening with the higher beings within us, which we call the Devatas. They are helping us at every moment of time. And these Devatas are making us to evolve in making many creative intelligences. Example, you take Aryabhatta, you take Ramanuja, who was explored the mathematics and known about zero. When we ask him, how could you make this zero? How could you make all these formulas? They say, Deva, my goddess is telling me. Because there is something else, some other kind of energy working for us, we get that creativity. So when we create so many things, we will definitely have the perseverance point at every point when we learn the knowledge. That will help us to raise us. So the upliftment of the spirituality comes when only you are into the knowledge. And the knowledge has to be applied. The knowledge applied is always becoming a wisdom to the personality. Then just listening to it. One word makes you so much vibrant, right? Some word which is making you so vibrant, it makes some kind of sense and your thought changes. I said teaching is better way of learning. Okay, then you start thinking of that sentence. Do you? You definitely. Oh, this is a very nice word. Let me write it in my book so that I can every time listen or read to it. All the good words are every time copied and wrote in your book. Why it is happening? It is a knowledge you perceived. You're going into it. When you go into the knowledge, there is some kind of change within you. Then you start looking at everything as a circumference first, because there is only one point. There are not too many points. There is only one point to see, So you need to every time look into your circumference. Keep on looking to the circumference, it is dragging you to that center. By perceiving the knowledge and getting some kind of wisdom, you make a difference of understanding, and your creative will is changing. The creative will is every time changing. Are you the same just before 3-4 years? You have evolved something. You are not the same person. Why did you? Because you are consciousness. You are the brilliant light. So you need to every time make your own exploring things. You explore so many things in your phone, right? In Googles, in internet. The same way you explore yourself. That is what is making you some different kind of person with a very good personality system. Then you make your own kind of thought process. Sitting in the meditation, doing the mantra chant in a very profound and right procedure with the right process. You don't do just anything, whatever you want. You do it in a very different way. You put all your concentration. When you sit in the meditation, what do? You put every single thing on that point. Only come on, keep yourself there, keep yourself there. Why it is being instructed like that? We always get distracted. So we give our own instructions. Nobody is giving from outside. You are giving yourself. So the intensity of doing that procedure or that kind of process is being inbuilt. Somebody is going on the road and I ask them to come and let me teach you Bhagavad Gita or meditation. Will they? Is that possible? It is not possible. Why? Because they themselves come to know that their consciousness, I need to perceive it. I want to do this. I want to learn something. That happens only when there is some kind of creative will. So that you make yourself so comfortable to learn meditation, to learn mantra, to sing beautiful hymns. The process is every time within you. It cannot come from outside. You're anyway outside on the circumference. Why do you want to worry? You want to meet that center. When you want to meet that center, you need to do some kind of effort. There should be some kind of effort. You just want to lift some object from here. You need to have some force, right? You need to have some kind of energy there. Like that, from your circumference, when you look into that center, every time you are perceived in a different way, and when you keep on evolving, things will be very much making you that these things are all the centers. Because there is only one center. There is only point. There is only point. There are no too many circumferences. I need to see every time the point. Because there is only point there. Little better?
Yes.
Yes. Nice. Nice. This is how Madame Blavatsky has given us in the Secret Doctrine, saying that every time you keep looking into the center, that point. When you start looking into the point, you are made everything possible. The possibilities are yourself. The possibilities are yourself. The possibility is making you something better. You make every possibility, you open every possibility. So you make yourself comfortable in your life. Then when you sit to meditate, something is happening. I cannot say what is happening, because that is up to you. That is up to your thought process, no? Your kind of food habit, your kind of daily habits, your kind of living. All those come into, and they all fall one by one into your experience levels. Everybody experiences in a different way. Everybody's are not the same because of the evolution point. These things can be perceived in the process itself. It has no shortcuts. There is no shortcut to do any spiritual sadhana. It has to come step by step. Then you should not forget the step also. Why not? Why, you may ask me, why should we not forget it? We have finished it, right? What is the use of remembering it? You need to tell the other person who is doing the spiritual sadhana. Man is to help, right? Human is to help the other human. In spirituality, you need to help somebody every time when you want to do the spiritual sadhana. Helping each other is called the spirituality. Not helping like an objects thing, objects or food or something like that. No, not only that. You need to help in the spiritual practice also. You need to lift everybody with you. You need to take everybody with you. You need to hold everybody's hand with you. Your perceiving points should be in such a way that every time I look into the other person, that person is also the point. The other person is also the point. I am maybe explaining you all these things in a different way, rather any other book is telling you. Any other books are that you have read. No? Yeah, you can perceive it in any process. The same thing is being said in Bhagavata, the Ramayana, the Bhagavad Gita, the Mahabharata, and other epics, the Itihasa, Purana, so many other things. The same, everywhere the same, but it is being said in a kind of symbolism. It is being said in the kind of symbolism by a story. These stories enhance us, inspire us. They keep you admire it every time when you read to that, and you make yourself the consciousness within you. Every time you are so happy when reading to those books, you know that you are the brilliant light. For that process, you need to do any sadhana which you like from your bottom of the heart. Whatever. Every sadhana is good. Every way is good. Don't ignore anything. You caught hold of one sadhana, you catch it and do it lifelong. So, any questions? What are you doing? What is your good name?
What's my name?
Huh?
Carol.
Carol. Yeah.
Nancy.
Nancy.
Monisha.
So, what are you doing?
What's your job?
Oh, I'm retired.
Oh, okay. Nice.
She worked with the kids.
I
Uh-huh.
worked for this,
Oh.
for a school district.
Right. You're
I was a teacher and now I'm a caregiver.
good.
I'm a doctor.
Nice, Lily. I think you got my words? Hard? Right. Yeah. Any question? Where, if you want to do the yoga sadhana, there should be some kind of questioning, first of all. A little question which will definitely develop you.
Okay, then I have a question.
Mm.
We do yoga mostly for the physical part.
Mm.
How can you add the spiritual part to that practice? We go to yoga class very regularly. So how can we add spirituality to that?
The word yoga is very wrongly understood. Yoga means to unite. The yoga has three things in it. One is yoga abhyasa, yoga vidya, and yoga. yoga abhyasa, the whatever the exercises, whatever the asanas you're doing, come under yoga abhyasa. These asanas are to make your body fit and your blood to be flowed evenly. That is the reason. If the body is supporting you, you can do something. If the body is not supporting, can you do anything? You cannot. So Patanjali, what he did, first you do yama, niyama, then asana. So first of all, make your body firm and fit, so that when you sit, you have a right posture. When you sit and think of something, it has no distraction. It will be on the point. So when the posture and the health is so good, you can do wonders with your body. So the part of doing any asana is called the yoga abhyasa. And next is called the yoga vidya, the knowledge acquired with a kind of energy. You know that you are not a physical, you are a force. The physical is called matter, the energy within you is called force, then consciousness. So when these two things come together and the perseverance level is making you better and better every moment of your life, no, anything happens in your life, you take it very nicely. No, you make yourself so comfortable, even if it is good, even if it is bad, even if it is hurting, you say something is making me better. So the knowledge acquired by you is making you to perceive things in a wiser way. That is called the yoga vidya. Then comes the yoga. So do not understand doing the asanas are yoga. Doing asanas is a part of yoga. It is just one part. That is why the 8 steps of Patanjali were given in a very nice way, nice manner. Come on, you people eat whatever you want. You don't have any discipline in eating. You don't have any discipline in the way you sit. You don't have any discipline to see things in a proper way. First learn those things. Then your body is fit with everything what you see, everything what you do. Then only you are fit to do the yoga sadhana. The yama, niyama, asana should be in a proper way. Pranayama. Then comes the pranayama. You make an even kind of breaths. The breath should be in a process of making you calm. It should not distract you. It is distracting every day from morning to evening anyway. We get angry with people. We get jealousy with people. Every time the breath is changing. So you don't have any sangha or any kind of sangam with your swasa, breath. So to regulate all these things, you need to do the yoga abhyasa. Learning ABCD.
That's where we are.
There, that's what. That's right.
I think this lifetime will be ABCs.
No, not at all. No. The masters will be blessing you so much. You know, when you're so disciplined, he lifts you and say, come on, this is not the thing. You need to do the next step. He blesses you, Talli. Don't worry. You need to start it with an intense, that is called Shraddha. You should continue it for a long time till your last breath. So the yoga practice definitely help you to be fit in your health. When you're fit in health, you are sitting in the satsang. If you're not fit in the health, will you sit before me? You say, no, I'm not feeling now well. Let me sleep for an hour. Because you are fit, you want to make your mind fit by knowing the knowledge. You make the mind fit, then you make some kind of differences in doing the works every day till morning to night. There, everybody is getting, no, they're every time deviating. Doing asana, oh, yoga asana is yoga. They feel that every time asana doing is a yoga. No, not at all. No? That's why I was telling the first sentence. Yoga is an attitude. It is not a practice. When your attitude enhances, grows well, your knowledge is giving you the practicality. You are doing in your daily life, practicing it. You are good human. There is so much of humanity in you. Definitely there's something happening. You do so much of seva. When you do seva, the service, when you do service, you are purifying yourself. When you purify yourself, there is some kind of sacrifice there. When there is sacrifice, you come into yourself and you will be seeing your own light within you. So yoga abhyasa is not yogam talli. You know Telugu? No, okay. That is the difference.
How do you start?
Ah, nice. For every being, they consciously or unconsciously come through that that condition in the life, and they start doing the practice. From where does it come? It comes from the home. The home is the yoga school. You learn many things from the people around you, your husband, your children, your relatives, your friends. No? From all these people, you see difference in the opinions and you are not able to match them, and the situation becomes sometimes worsen, and you feel a kind of detached. When something is detaching in you, what will you search for? There is something to do rather than all this rubbish. Every person has that condition in their life. If not, everything is bright and good at home. If not, it is with the Purva Janma karma. It is the previous birth, what you have done will definitely enhance you, and you do the spiritual practice without knowing yourself. You are born like that. You are born like that and you do the practice. So, what Patanjali was giving was, the first is yoga abhyasa. You are starting from the asanas. Then you are knowing some kind of knowledge. No, these words should be practiced by me very much practically. Then only my attitude changes. So when something make you, it is antarmadhana, which is called immanence. The immanence will happen within you. No, the gharshana or the investigation starts within you. When the investigation starts, you will slowly make yourself to come to that point. You have to investigate yourself. If not, your father, somebody who has done the spiritual sadhana are making you to guide, take their guidance. You started the yoga sadhana. When you sit in the satsang, it itself shows that you are doing the yoga sadhana. Because satsang means, sat means the shvasa, the breath, the pulsation. That God does it in us. You start doing yourself, you breathe to yourself for a little while. You give a command and say, let me breathe. Will it happen? It doesn't happen. Somebody is breathing within you. So that long breath is called pulsation. It is done in the space. The same is being in the heart with the up and down, the uchvasa and nishvasa, anulom and vilom. These things every time being done is making you in a different way, that you forgot that you are the point. When you want to be a point, you will start by knowing your breath. That is what Patanjali gave in the Yoga Abhyasa. Start doing the Anulom and Vilom and know from where this breath is started, where it is ending. You just observe your breath. Why do they say that? Just because you have to live in the long breath, not with the short breath. So you start with the yoga asana. First of all, you start the yoga practice with yoga asana. That anyway you are doing. Very nice. That is being practiced in your daily life. Okay? But that itself is not a yoga. You should every time make a point of it. It is just to keep the physical fit. And when you want to do that practice, everything will come to you. Because you are so intense to do that, something comes to you. Some people come to you and they tell something, and there may be a change in your thinking process, and you will start the sadhana. So we are sitting in the satsang to make our breath to be even, which is called satsang. Sat means that. Sang means union. We want to get union with that. This have to become that, right? When it have to become that, you need to make a sangam. You need to make a friendship with a long breath. To make that friendship, you need to do the Anulom Vilom practice and sit and meditate for a little while. The starting point when you do the meditation, you can start with 15-20 minutes. After that, you increase the time, 30, 35, 40, 45. 45 is more than enough for a beginner. After that, slowly, you don't want to leave that. Who want to leave that? Such a blissful state. Do you want to leave it? You want to come again into the material and physical? You want to come into the matter? No, nobody wants it. You want to increase that. So initially you do it for 20-25 minutes, then 30, 35, 40, 45. After that, you will know the change in you, how you behave, how you walk, how you sit, how you put your expression. No, everything will be so nice and graceful to yourself. There you will know that, yes, I am fit to do the yoga sadhana. I am qualified to do this yoga sadhana. It is so pleasing to yourself, right? It should please you first of all. You should not please others when you do the yoga sadhana. You should please yourself first of all. Then there will be some change in you with the attitude. So whatever good you perceive, whatever bad you see outside, you don't take it as a hard thing. It happens because it is an objectivity. Let it happen. You just see it. If anything you can do, you will help it. If it is not within your hands, you just leave it. You know your limits. What are your limits in your doing work in the objectivity? That should be definitely perceived when we are into the object, right? I should not come to your space, you should not come to my space. We know that in the physical things. And in the other ways also, the same happens to you when you do the sadhana. So when you're sitting in the satsang, you are sitting with the shwasa. You are getting united, union with that shwasa, breath. So you are qualified, you will do the yoga sadhana because you are the brilliant light. What else you want to do? Do you have something else to do? You say it is not possible in this lifetime. Okay, take another birth. What is happening? Nothing will happen. But sitting in the satsang means so much in your life. Sitting in the satsang means so much in your life. It makes so much of things very easy to understand. Every time in the satsang you sit, you perceive something better. So you act better. Your action is better, right? When your action is pure and better, you don't have many janmas, many births. When the births are coming down, you are being more pure and pure. To lessen your birth, you need to do the satsang. What for satsang means not to do bhajan. Bhajan is a path, that's it. To make your attitude better and better and better. That means a lot of difference in the life, is it not? It makes so much of sense in your life. What else?
Making sense?
Oh, you are doing asanas, Tali? You are doing asanas? Right. Good. You are fit in the body.
Try to be.
No.
No, I think I can
You're
get
good.
some spirituality too. Some classes make sense, and then my good attitude transfers to other people.
Good.
Some classes don't make sense, and you're not a better human being. So I think that makes sense.
Okay. The class is good, but the conveying point may not be proper.
No, I think it's a journey, like you said. You have to learn the ABCs to get to the next spot. You cannot go to the next spot unless you know the basics,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So can you give an example of how they can start doing sadhana?
Yeah. If you are doing the asanas, continue to do the asanas. Because after some time, when you do this asanas, you will not be able to do the asanas in a proper way, where you get disturbed. Your leg ligaments may get distracted. Your hand may become like that. Something will happen. What I say is, do until what you can do with the asanas. Because to some extent it helps. When you are aged, when the age comes on, can you do the asana in a proper way? It is so hard. That's the reason, to some extent, you do the asanas, and after that, what you do? You do the meditation part. This is the procedure given by Patanjali. I am not the authenticity. You can just make your possibility that you can meditate for some time every day. You should definitely meditate. Otherwise, you cannot conduct your things well in your life. The meditation part gives you some kind of opening in you. It gives you so much of energy. Even if you are sleepless, even if you are tired, if you meditate, you get so much of energy. It is a conscious sleep. Meditation is a conscious sleep. Sleep is unconscious, right? You cannot. So when you consciously sleep, you will get something out of it. So definitely make a point that with the asanas, to some extent, after that, don't feel, oh, I'm not able to do now asanas. Before I used to do very well. That's okay. That is one stage, You cannot give so much time for that. You can just do the Surya Namaskara. That's more than enough. Till your body doesn't disturb you, you don't disturb the body. Then after that, every day make a point of meditating. You should meditate at any time, but you should choose this place and time. If you are meditating early in the morning, 6 o'clock, you need to do the meditation part only at that 6 o'clock time. If you are doing it at 7 o'clock, again only on the 7 o'clock. Don't change the time. Space may change because you might be in the travel, you might be with your children's home. Something might happen, but the time should not be changed. Okay? Why? Because the master's work, the time given by him. You are saying 7, I have given 7 o'clock to meditate. That was not given by you. The master has given to you because it is convenient to you. So you just sit down at 7 o'clock, make a point. Only for that 7 o'clock, you need to do the meditation. They will work for you. They are always ready to work for you, but you are not calling them. They are brothers to you. They are always they are just on to the door. You have to open the door. Make a sense of time every time when you meditate. If you are meditating at 7 next day morning. 8, 9, 9. The time should be fixed to meditate. It makes a very big sense. Okay? So start like that. Little meditation. Some asanas, some meditation. Then what? Read to a good book. Every day, 2-3 pages. Book is such a big thing, and every day one day you cannot read that book. Just 2-3 pages. And don't read it as you are reading as a novel. Nice books should not be read as a novel. It should be read in a perceiving way. You should read that sentences in such a way that it transforms you at some point. That is the way you need to read the book. Swadhyaya. It is called the Swadhyaya. You need to every time read to that. Keep on reading to that. When you read to that at first time, it makes no sense. Second time, something is seen in it. Third time, oh, I didn't get this meaning. Something is meaning something. It means something. Read it again. Read it again. The word is the same, but you are evolving. That's the reason it is so nice. That sentence is making you so much happy and so much blissful. That is how you need to read the book. Little yogasana, a little of meditation, and reading to a book will definitely make the attitude better and better. How to start the sadhana is not at all it is not a question at all. It is not a question. You need to start it. You will start it. But because you are the consciousness, you are the brilliant light. There is no other way. If not in this birth, you will do it in the next birth. That's the difference. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. If you want to enjoy the material world, fantastic. It is very fantastic. You can go ahead. No, I want to make some sense in this birth. Start it. But yoga asana is not a yoga. It is just a small part in it to make your body fit, to sit in the meditation and concentrate. You cannot concentrate. You can only divert the mind. That comes only by slowly doing it. At a stretch, when you want to see a beam of light, can the eye see it? It cannot see. If you want to see a beam of light, can your eye have that capacity to see that beam of light? It cannot. When you improve, you can see the light. You don't improve and you want to see the light, it is not. I'm not telling this light. But every incident in your life, every condition in your life, every opinion in your life, difference in opinion in your life, definitely change your kind of thinking process. So where then you come to do the sadhana? Is that not the grace of Lord? It is the grace of Lord. Every time make a point that, oh, this situation has come to make me more wiser. It is making me to do something better than this. So when you have no taste on the lower things, you want to grow into the higher things. When you know the higher taste, you will lose the lower taste.
Makes so much sense.
It is coming only by sadhana talli. No other way is possible. There is only possibility when you do something apart from these works in your. These works are also divine. Don't forget that. The material plane is also divine because the material, the matter has evolved from the spirit. So when your lower mind is working, you will be very much sad and sorrow and every time angry, every time anguish, every time judgment. This will happen. With your lower mind. All this happens only with your lower mind. When you do the yoga practice, your higher mind is giving you some good instructions which will make you always blissful. At any incident, whatever the incident may be, you'll be so blissful. Oh, this has been a big grace for me to learn something. It is making me more wiser, more wiser. No detachment for me. Every time I want everything in my life. How can it be? It cannot be possible. So let your attitude make some kind of higher mind and the positive I am in you. It is a negative I am in you working now. Okay? It is a negative I am which is working in you. You have to know the positive I am now. That is what is the sadhana. Don't feel any guilt. Don't feel any kind of disappointment up to now what you have done or some all these things. Let it be. That is finished. Now start something good in your life. Start something better, best. You know better things. You know better things. You know better things. But you don't know the best thing. For that you are working. That is the yoga. That will make you every time think of what you are. Am I the person with the name? Am I person with profession? Am I the person with my certificates? Am I the person with my position in your family? For what did I come on this earth? What is my work? Only to look into the patients? Fantastic. That's wonderful. No doubt in it. Your principle of work is to treat the patient. Your principle is that. So you do that. and also the spiritual sadhana simultaneously. Never stop or, oh, this is making me so hard in my times whenever I'm starting the yoga sadhana. Something is coming and distracting me. No, no, let me not do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Never do that. If it is distracting you, it is making you stronger. Make a point. If it is disturbing you, it is making more wiser. If it is distracting you, your concentration level have to increase at your best. Okay? Because you don't have mind on the lower things, you came to satsang. It is a plus point in you. It is a positive thing in you. Every person has one good virtue. Every person will have one good virtue. You need to enhance that virtue, adding more and more virtues to it. Every person is born with one good virtue. That virtue is been only known by you. I cannot know it. So you make a point that you need to increase the virtues every time by doing the practice. You have a compassion. You get so much of compassion. You have service. You will be selfless. You sacrifice yourself. Then you self-sacrifice. That is how the things go. Evolution goes, right?
You look like a light bulb went off.
What's that?
I said you look like a light bulb went off in your head.
Oh, I'm good at ABCs this lifetime, I think.
So anything else from me? No? Are you disappointed?
No,
No?
very nice. Very nice. I have the opportunity to visit and hear you. It's very nice. Where would I get the opportunity?
So hope I didn't disturb you. Huh?
Thank you.
So nice of you. So if something makes some sense in my words, do try to practice it, so that Master will give you the next step, and he blesses you. He will always be being blessing, but you need to work for some things, right? You need to put some effort for it. How you put to work your own works. The same thing when you do the spiritual sadhana, you should have some kind of effort. There will be hardships and good things also, but take them in a balanced way and do the sadhana, so that Master is ready to give you. He will give you every time. He will bless you every time. Master give you all with health, wealth, and the yoga practice every time improved. You will see the improvement from today onwards. After going from here, you see lot of difference within you. You make a very great change in you. You will know the words what you're reading into. No dictionary meaning, not just the philosophical meaning. It is a practicing meaning which changes your attitude. Master bless you.
Thank you.
Vaste.
I didn't have it.
Amma.
Picture. Nancy, you don't have to say it.
स्वाहा ॐ समानाय स्वाहा मध्ये मध्ये उदकपानीं समर्पयामि नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि गणपति श्रियकान्ताय कल्याणनिधये निधये श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् नित्याय निरवध्याय सत्यानन्दचिदात्मने सर्वान्तरात्मने श्रीमद्वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् 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 ప్రసాదం పెట్టాలి